Okay, hello everyone. Welcome to the orientation session on RPA Power Automate Desktop Training Scratch to Pro. So this is an orientation session about an upcoming training in Power Automate Desktop. We'll begin by a brief introduction about me. I am Vijayendra Rao, also known as Vijay. VJR is my ID on the forum or the community for Microsoft Power Automate. Some people have been calling me by that name too, so that's why I've mentioned it over here. I have about 18 plus years of experience in the field of IT, along with 5 years of experience in RPA automation. I have been an author of the book titled Ultimate Microsoft Power Automate Desktop, which is available on all leading platforms like Amazon, Google Books, Apple Books, and so on. I'm also a super user for 5 consecutive seasons on the PAD community. One season comprises of 6 months, so that way I am a super user for 5 seasons. A super user is a rank given by Microsoft for top solution authors and top kudoed members on the community. I have shared about 300 plus solutions on the community. I'm also certified in RPA Power Automate, that is PL 500, PL 900, that is the Microsoft Power Platform Fundamentals, and in the other RPA tools like Blue Prism, Automation Anywhere, and UiPath. I've written about 20 plus technical articles in the field of RPA Power Automate Desktop and curated multiple documents for the community like cheat sheets and development best practices and so on. Now, what this course is about and what it isn't about, let me explain you. This course is about the RPA side of Power Automate Desktop, that is robotic process automation. It's not about DPA, that is digital process automation, or the Power Automate Cloud. Anything that you build using the RPA Power Automate Desktop tool, they are called as desktop flows, whereas anything that you build using the cloud portal is called as cloud flows. So this course is going to be fully about desktop flows. However, anything necessary for the RPA piece of Power Automate where you will be making use of the cloud portal, that I'm going to cover in this course, but not the entire cloud portal. Now, I need to tell you that the desktop flows and cloud flows, these are totally two different tools itself. They have two separate editors, two separate ways of declaring variables, different syntaxes and so on. Therefore, they are a course in itself, and this course is about the desktop flow side of Power Automate. We'll also be seeing how the Power Automate desktop tool is, what are its actions, what are its features, and so on. We'll not be focusing on any use case. This course is not about use cases. Use cases meaning automation scenarios. Let me give you an example. My suggestion to you would be to not focus more on use cases. And why? My suggestion would be to focus on applications. For example, Microsoft Excel is an application that is widely used among all RPA tools. So let's say once you know how to read data from an Excel or write data into an Excel through this course, you need not worry about in which use case or where in your automation journey Excel will come. So you need not think about the use cases. Another example is Outlook, which is another widely used application for sending emails in RPA. So no matter in whichever use case Outlook will come in your automation journey, once you know how to read the emails, write the emails in this course, you need not worry about the use cases. So to summarize, this is about the RPA side of Power Automate using the Power Automate desktop tool, also called as PAD. Moving on to the different course modules and the different topics. The first module is going to be Introduction to RPA and PAD, where I'll be introducing to what RPA is, where it is used, why it is used, and how RPA is used. In the third topic, you will be learning about PAD. Since you are learning a totally different tool, you should know its evolution, how it evolved, and what is its current state. You need to understand the bigger picture or the bigger umbrella, that is the Microsoft Power Platform, and where does PAD fit into this platform. The different terminologies used, the different misinterpretations and misconceptions among them. For example, in the previous slide, we saw cloud flows, desktop flows, digital process automation, DPA, robotic process automation, RPA. So we'll be speaking about these different concepts and terminologies, and also then how PAD can be used with which all applications and services. The next module will be a further dive into the PAD tool itself. We'll be seeing the prerequisites of the installation, what all prerequisites are required for you to start working on PAD, which three different types of accounts Microsoft has allowed to work with the PAD tool. And if one of those accounts do not work for you, let's say if it's a work account or school account that is needed and you do not have it, we will see a fourth way, a different type of hack to create an account where you will be able to explore all the premium features using that account. Then we will be doing the actual tool installation during the call itself. Let's say if you do not have PAD already installed on your machine, we'll be doing the installation. We'll be waiting till you finish the installation. We'll be installing the browser extensions and the machine runtime app, which is an app used to register a machine for running the bots. Then we will build a small sample desktop flow. This flow is going to be intentionally simple in nature just to get an idea about what the Power Automate desktop tool is and how bots or flows are built in it. Then we will start to understand the Power Automate desktop interface itself, the main console, the flow designer and its different tabs. I will be going through every single section and explaining why it is used and where it is used. And then the concepts of environments and tenants, which are going to be required for you in your automation journey. Moving on to the third module, that's debugging features of the desktop flows. Debugging has been used in several programming languages since its inception. Likewise, debugging was also there in the RPA Power Automate desktop tool. So we'll see how to step through every line of code or line of action of the flow, how to use breakpoints, run the flow from a specific line of code or specific line of action, editing an action, disabling actions, moving, reordering, rearranging actions, modifying the variables during debugging, and the use of subflows for debugging and modularity. Then we move on to the fourth module, which is flow building essentials. Essentials, as the word says, it's essential for you to build a flow. For example, actions that we have been talking about in the earlier modules, disabling, editing action, moving actions. These are nothing but the activities in UiPath, the commands in automation anywhere and so forth. So actions are in PAD. Without actions, we cannot build a bot or a flow. Then the variables and their different data types. Data types meaning uh, integer, string, so forth. We'll be seeing all the available data types in PAD. Then the types of variables. A type of a variable is different from a data type. Type in the sense there are two types of variables, input output variables and flow variables in PAD. We'll be seeing how they are used, where they are used, how to perform arithmetic operations, concatenation of strings, setting blank values, setting percent values, incrementing the values. If we do this using the conventional approach, they throw errors. So I'll be showing you where the errors come up and how to handle them and how these operations are performed. Then the scope of the variable itself and its different properties, where it can be used. Conditional statements like if, else if, switch case, etc. Loops like for each loop and so on. The navigating the control of your flow, meaning navigating from one location of the flow to another location using labels and so on, that we'll be seeing in this topic. Then the fifth module is key constructs of a desktop flow. The unified recorder. Recorder is a core concept of any RPA tool. So there is a one recorder that is used for web as well as desktop application or any other application. We'll be seeing how to record that using the recorder. Then the new Copilot recorder that has come up, we'll be doing a practical demo on that. Then reading, writing to text boxes, accessing the drop-down list, checkboxes, submit command buttons, links, option buttons, and so forth. These are the UI elements. And then comes the selectors. Selectors are nothing but a way of uniquely pointing to UI elements. We'll be seeing how to do that. We'll be seeing the different selectors of a web application and a desktop application and how they differentiate between each other. Once you have created a selector, you will be able to test it. Modify a selector using the text editor toggle. Since the selector that is given default by the tool, in some cases they won't work, so you'll have to modify it or even create custom selectors with the help of variables and different available operators. We will see which operators are available in the PAD tool, creating multiple selectors and a feature of fallback mechanism. Then we sum this module up with something called as collections. This collection is not the collection of Blue Prism It's a different feature that is related to UI elements and selectors. I'll be showing that in the course. Then comes the sixth module, automating your daily applications like Excel, Outlook, database, Windows, and web. You will be performing all the crude operations of CRUD, create, read, update, delete, like getting the available row, iterating through the data of the Excel, saving the Excel, running the macro with and without parameters, sending emails, writing HTML emails, and so forth. Then in the seventh module called as file handling and data processing, we will be iterating through the files and folders. We'll be working with text files, XML files, and so on. Different string or text functions. Some of them are listed down over here. Then most importantly, the date time operations which are required in our automation. Different scripting features available in the PAD tool like VBScript, JavaScript, PowerShell, so on. We'll be performing some live examples. The eighth module is expanding the automation horizons beyond the daily applications and the files and folders. That is, we now go into PDF and OCR. Now, there are two types of PDFs, image-based and text-based, but PAD only has direct actions available for text-based PDFs. You need to do something else for accessing image-based PDFs, so that we will cover in this course. We'll make use of the mouse and keyboard of your machine to perform keyboard keystrokes or mouse clicks. Then there are multiple ways to capture screenshots. We will see all of them. Different APIs, that is SOAP API and REST API. We will see live examples. The downloading from web feature, that is, you can download something from a web application even without performing any UI based interaction, meaning you need not have to click a button, perform keystrokes and mouse clicks, and even then you can download a file from the web. Then another recorder that is available in the Power Automate desktop, that is image recorder. We'll make use of that. We'll use coordinate based automation. We'll see how to perform using a live example. Then these concepts which are mentioned in italics, that is the virtual desktop application, Citrix application, or terminal emulators like green screen applications of mainframe, SAP, and Active Directory. These require specialized licenses or specialized setup. Therefore, I won't be demoing them, but I will definitely be pointing you or guiding you to a place where you can know how to automate these applications. Then comes the ninth module, scaling up and controlling your workflows. Now you delve into the cloud portal of the Power Platform, how to make use of that. There are three different types of flows available in the cloud flows that are required to run your desktop flows. We will see them using live examples. How to manage machines and machine groups. Now you need to create machines in order for your bots to run on different machines. The main concept of work queues available in all RPA tools used for workload balancing or workload management. Error handling, primary feature, logging your errors. Then once you build your flow, how to deploy them, how to share your desktop flows. There are multiple ways given by Microsoft, 3 ways, and I'll be showing you all 3. Once you build, deploy it, you need to monitor its running, how you will manage the desktop flows and their accesses. Then the concept of attended and unattended automation, where we'll be building forms to perform attended automation. Then it's needless to say about the use of AI in RPA. I'll be showing you the different AI capabilities, starting from the generative pre-trained transformer action available in PAD. I will be showing you at least 5 scenarios of how to use GPT with PAD. The different Copilot features available in the tool. Copilot is an AI companion made available by Microsoft, and then the AI feature called as suggested actions. Then the last module, that is the 11th module, is expanding the new dimensions of desktop flows. You go towards a newer dimension, that is hosted RPA feature, picture in picture, meaning a new machine, sort of a new window will open up on your desktop itself where the automation will run instead of your desktop. Then the concept of custom actions, I will be pointing you right from scratch how to create it using a ready-made tutorial by Microsoft. Then PowerFX, it's the official low-code programming language of the Power Platform. So that's used in Power Apps, that's used in Copilot Studio, and now also available in RPA Power Automate Desktop. I'll be showing you how to build flows using PowerFX and a feature within PowerFX, that is string interpolation using PowerFX. Apart from the actual course, we'll be seeing the licensing that is required for the Power Automate tool, the certification that you should be going with, and the important links and references. For example, the community links, the links where you will be able to see the product updates that Microsoft is releasing on a month-to-month basis. Then you will be able to see the official documentation. In case of any doubts, you can search for any topic over there. So this sums up to total of 11 modules and important links and references, licensing, certification. All of them will be covering in this course. This is going to be a basic to intermediate to advanced type of course. We'll be seeing different tips and tricks, how to handle unconventional scenarios where regular scenarios won't work, and any material shared during the live practical sessions I'll be sharing with you. So it will be like a practical session. Whenever I teach a topic, I will be giving you exercises based on that and you will be completing them. That sums up the orientation course. Thank you.